welcome to the Clock Hour. I am your host, Marv Kennel, aka I'm Not a Rapper. This show is about the people, for the people, by the people. I have a special guest here with me today, my guest host, Miss Cynthia Figueroa. Say hi to the people, Miss Cynthia.
Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. I'm echoing.
And how are you today?
I'm good.
You good?
Peachy.
I see you staying busy.
Always.
So I'm gonna pick your brain a little bit so the people could get an idea on who you are, where you're from, where you're at, what you do, and coming together with me. All right, so we can make some things happen with the show and everything. Um, so, Miss Figueroa, I'm gonna call you Miss Cynthia. All right. Um, where are you from originally?
Or Miss No Nonsense, whichever you prefer.
Huh?
Or Miss No Nonsense.
Where, where are you from originally?
New Haven, Connecticut, born and raised.
Okay. But you're not there now.
Nope, I'm in Florida. I'm in the Orlando area, Central Florida. 7
Okay.
years.
Okay. And from our conversations, you're a very busy person.
Yes, I'm independent, freelancer, entrepreneur. I have two LLCs, so this is my first year.
Okay.
This is
All
actually
right.
one of my
All
first years.
right. And that's what it piqued my interest because you can actually talk too. you know,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
do you pay attention to social media and stuff like that, the news and everything?
Social media, it depends. If I pay attention to it, if you mean like following others, or I should have put that. Sorry, that's a contract.
Okay. What do you pay attention to?
That's the thing. I don't follow social media like that, but I'm trying to be better at it because now that I am independent, I need to be, right? I need to market myself and myself. The news, to be honest, I kind of moved away from that because it was depressing and it's fabricated.
Right. I
So
look, I do the same thing.
so I with social media and the news, it's the same thing. I go in when I feel I need to, like I need to know what's going on before I step out the door. It's been a minute, then I'll go on there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. All right. Goals.
Goals?
Goals.
Oh yeah.
Give me a goal.
I could just tell you 7 streams. That answers it.
I
Seven
hear
streams
you.
of income. I got goals. I got many goals.
Many
Um,
goals.
many goals. Tap into each industry pretty much and let it work for me. I don't want to work for money anymore. So I have
I
my
I feel
goals.
you. And sometimes you have to put your hands in a lot of different pots to kind of space it out a little bit. So I get it. I get it. What we'll be doing is interviewing a lot of people.
Hmm.
A lot of people be coming through the show, and we'll just be having conversations with them. You write down a few questions. I'll give you a little insight. Write down a few questions for them, and I say this is for the people, so this way we can actually give them their flowers while they're still here. You know what I mean? And give
Knowledge.
them a platform to discuss what they do and what they're doing for the community and or what they actually do. Like I just left a friend of mine. He's paints cars and everything, but he's good at it, and I've been dealing with him for years. I told him come on the show. He's like, I'm not good at that. I'm like, well, it's okay to come on the show and hang out and let people know, promote his business and everything, So that's what I really try to do. I had a cancellation today, but I said since I have you up here, I'll pick your brain a little bit and see what you like and what you don't like and what you're into and what you're not into. I I watch a few things and a couple of videos and stuff on YouTube about different topics and stuff like that. Just to kind of get an idea if I wanted to go in that direction, I'll go. But other than that, I try to stay away from certain topics like the politics, the whole war and everything. I don't want no parts of that. I'll leave that be. But what about you?
What about me? I
Yeah,
stay away from that stuff too, because I'm not even gonna that. So
right.
that's good.
Politics and religion, right? We'll leave those alone. Um,
hmm
you run a business, right?
Yes, I run two businesses currently.
Okay.
Um, officially, yeah, because like you said, you gotta put your hands to different things. So officially two.
Right.
Um, so I'm wearing my swag right now.
Okay.
WSB. Wait, I'm putting on the wrong side. Wait.
That's one company. That's one company, right?
That's one company, consulting, financial consulting that I'm affiliated with. I use their platform to educate the masses on financial literacy. So I'm excited about it. I'm passionate about it. I had to get a license for it, license
Okay.
in 3 states. So, yep.
So let me ask you a question. Savings, checking account.
hmm
Savings in a bank or investments?
Savings, emergency fund only. That's the only thing the bank should have. Investments is where you put your money beyond the 6 months you would need if you, for instance, lost your job. You needed 6 months worth of paying your rent. That's the only thing that should.
Right. So you recommend investments or
I recommend insurance. Insurance is a better way of investing your money because it's tax advantage. Where investment, considering, for instance, stock market when it's
right,
variable and it's high risk.
right.
I recommend that your portfolio have that, so you diversify your financial portfolio, but not just that. So my goal is to educate people on why insurance is great investment.
Insurance.
Yes, life
So
insurance.
we're gonna have to talk about that one off camera.
hmm
No, because certain things I question because I used to get into the mutual funds and everything, and CDs. I used to buy CDs. CDs used to pay 6%. Vice the bank will pay 2%, one
Point
percent.
zero one one.
Huh?
The bank would pay point zero two.
Yeah. Right. So I had CDs out there, and I
That's good.
lived off of that for a
That's good.
minute. Um, I
Awesome.
don't know. I'm not too savvy in the financial aspect of things. Only thing I know how to do is take care of me, me and mine. But I notice I'm like, well, like even today's bank, only thing they want you to do is get some credit here, get. Ah, that's the where that come from?
You were about to say something real interesting, so they had to give you an intro.
Yeah, yeah, because you know why? The thing about it is I come from the federal system, so you meet all kinds of people there, and you know some of the crimes or whatever some of them committed, it kind of teaches you, different things. Even with the bank is really not. They're basically they're here. Take some credit, put your money with us, send your money in, and take some credit, take some credit, take some credit, and it's not. It doesn't amount to anything. It's only a go between your
Yeah.
paycheck and your pocket. You,
hmm
you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, well, that's why people talk about the elders used to keep their money in the mattress. You know, when you look at what a bank offers or what a bank is actually giving you, the bank is not really, it's just numbers, you know. That's the way I look at it. I'm not, I'm telling anybody to have that type of opinion with it, but you know, I look at it and I'm listening, you know, because I was going to buy a house last year, and one bank says we can't do that. But if you have branches all over the country, why you can't do my loan from up here when I'm moving down there? But I understand there's different guidelines and they got different rules and everything. I get that. But it just surprised me that they could not do that. So, you know, I pulled back out of the deal anyway, but I found someone else to kind of help me out because I was moving to Virginia. Um,
I can't see you now.
you can't see me?
I see myself on the big. There you go. Get back.
There I go. I guess this is a trial and error day, huh?
Mm, that's fine with me. This is my
Well, what
first
I
time.
do is I do some of the editing myself, you know, just to make sure I got everything in there that I needed, you know, for the show and everything. So this is really an off the cuff show today. So just bear with me and bear with us. Um,
Bear
and
with
as,
me. Sorry for the background noise.
huh?
Said bear with me because sorry for the background noise.
Right, right, right. So you got a busy day set up today also.
Well, I'm always busy. You working even when you're not working.
Right. Okay. I get it. So am I in the right vicinity when I'm speaking about the bank stuff and everything? I don't, you know.
You definitely are. Because going back to savings, when I say the banks only have your emergency fund, they don't have to have it. But if you want to use a bank, then that's all they should do. If not, you keep it in the shoebox, whatever, because the bank is not really growing your money for you, a regular savings. So whether it's in a box, whether it's at the bank, you want to be able to access that immediately. That's the only tax you should have to pay.
Right. I seen a video. A young man, he was trying to get 20,000 out of the bank, and they only gave him 10.
Hmm.
He said he can only get 10
Cash.
today.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I get
I
it.
didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. You know, it's really computers and numbers then.
Yeah. Savings, you are, yeah, I didn't think of that because if you go to the ATM, you can do 300 for the day. So if it's a rainy day and you need more than that, you gotta walk into the bank. You know what I'm saying? So why
Right,
not keep that on hand? You have no limitations to your own money. But
right.
that's why I say if you use them for that quick cash, but you have to keep that in mind that if you're using an institution, they're gonna have limits on you.
Restrictions.
That was a good point.
Okay, okay. I mean, because you know that's something I've always thought about, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. When that's just like someone being attached to a bank for many years, and then you go in and ask for a loan, and they won't give you a loan.
For
It'd be like
whatever
that,
reason.
huh?
For whatever reasons, right? Pertaining to
Yeah,
that
a
particular
simple
person.
loan,
Hmm.
simple couple thousand or whatever. You know, it's actually more difficult to borrow $2,000 from a bank than it is you using a credit card.
Mm. Yeah.
You
The
know, it's
interest.
the same principle though, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because they both gonna charge you interest
Yeah,
regardless. But they want you to get that easy charge, just keep spending, keep pulling that card up and maximize that limit so
right,
they can charge you more. When it's a loan, it's different. It's already set up. Can't really mess that up. You can just
right.
default. But credit card, yeah, they want you to get loose.
Yeah. Uh, I'm kind of chintzy when it comes down to it because I'm like, listen, I don't know, I don't need another card or nothing, but you know, you I see different things with it, and I'm like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. So let me, like, I just came back from a trip to Dominican Republic, and the airline thing. I think I used it for baggage to check my bag or something, and that's about it. So I'm kind of tight, as far as that goes. Once
Using
everything is,
credit,
say again.
using credit.
Yeah, once everything is paid for, you don't have to really stress it anyway. Just keep some cash on you over there, because that's the tourism, and they want you to take pictures with monkeys and stuff and birds. Man, I don't want to take no pictures with no monkeys or no birds or nothing like that. I'm not interested. $10, $20, $10, $10, $20. I like a good cigar. You give me a good cigar, I'm happy. Give me a couple boxes of those and I'm good. But all that other stuff, and I do the doom buggies over there. So I might go and pay for some of that with the credit card, other than
Like
just
excursion.
yeah, little
Yeah.
backup plan, or if I'm
Yeah.
stuck,
I mean,
special
it's
emergency.
convenient to have it. I mean, it's kind of like a necessity. They made it to where we would need it, right?
Right. Because I remember before you used to have to go to the bank to cash your check, and I was in the military during the late '80s. Direct deposit started kicking in, and you got to go to the bank, and then you get your little debit card, and you're utilizing the debit card, but there's not that many, the bank you belong to, there ain't that many ATMs there. Then they're charging you to use those different ATMs, and you're like, man, come on, man, this is crazy.
That's how they get it.
But do case by case clients and stuff like that as far as finances go and everything? You do taxes?
I don't do taxes yet. I'm thinking about doing that next year because my degree is in accounting. Also, I used to be an accountant prior to going to it. So I didn't care for it because guidelines and rules change every year. I wasn't really interested, but now that I realize I have to be on my own with it, I can actually join an agency, access it under them. They will require the training and need, right? Be up to date. But right now, I do personal financial strategy. So case by case, I will sit down with the client, look at their assets, liabilities, their monthly expenses, figure out their cash flow, and go from there. So that doesn't just mean it's all finance. We ask people what their goals are, life goals. Now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, okay, so how do you plan on based on your financial situation right now? So
Okay.
I do those for free actually.
Okay. So you're really the advisor. If you say, well, okay, you have a company, so I'm gonna help you guide that into where it needs to be.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the foundation. We have to see where you at, right? We have to see where you are to then figure out, okay, based on where you want to be, how we're going to get there, based on where your money is right now.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. That simplifies it because I know we've been talking and everything, and people probably like, okay, what are they talking about? They're bouncing all around and everything. But which this is good because that way we actually get the audience to get to know who you are and what you do and everything. So you're not like a fly by night individual coming into this whole arena as far as podcasting and everything goes. You got
I'm
me.
around.
You're right. You ready?
I'm around. I've been told to do this before, but I'm the type of person that, I speak when needed. I don't do the small talk. I people watch. I observe.
Right.
And everyone has their opinion of things, but I didn't care to share it. But at this point, when you're an independent freelancer entrepreneur, you have to talk.
That's it. You know, and that's pretty much what I do. Everywhere, anywhere that I go, I'm talking to people, meeting new people. That's why I love to travel. I
I
remember, I've been, I've been to Europe before
me too.
multiple times, and just a whole different perspective over there. Been to Mexico, Panama, you know, different places. When you go down to them, you know what they're about. When you go over there to Europe and stuff like that, you really don't know what they're about, but they don't do things the same in those different places as we do here. Like, short story, I was in Kentucky Fried Chicken in Amsterdam, right? You know, in the States, we have a menu that covers one part of the wall all the way to the other part of the wall. Their menu was a quarter of the wall. And this gentleman, he says he was from the States. He says the people don't eat like that over here. You know,
That's
we'll
that's true.
have a
That
menu,
happened to me.
right? And it made sense because you would see the kids riding their bikes to the train to go to school. You would see people riding bikes all the time. And, you know, it was just fascinating. I'm like, well, where's the rest of the menu at? He said, they don't eat like that here. And I get it. I get it.
Consumption different in different areas. Consumption, whether it's food, consumerism, whatever.
Right,
the-
right,
every factors they just play a different part depending where you are.
right. And some of the food. When I went to France, I didn't like the sandwich that I got, but some of the food is good. I really prefer like the Caribbean food or even, you know, Hispanic food and stuff like that. But you know, some of the food over there, I'm like, this is dry. How you can't you're serving me dry food? But I was in Amsterdam, and the food up there was a little different.
You said you had went to KFC in
Yeah,
Amsterdam. So I went to KFC in Paris,
right.
and now I remember we actually recorded this. I can't see you, by the way. You went away.
It's your turn to talk. Don't worry about it. It's your
Oh,
turn.
okay. That's why. So they only had, I think, drumsticks, and that's it. And we could not understand why. So now that you mentioned this, it makes sense because we
They don't.
never, they didn't answer us like why that is. They were just like, that's just all we had. But that's very true. They don't eat like us. So
No.
now it makes a lot of
We
sense.
like having a Big Mac. You know, people are come and order here. They'll order supersize and you know. Funny thing, I said, you know, I'm not trying to pick trouble with people, but you see the consumption of people in the states. They eat a lot of food. You know, and you know, my background is food service, so I've seen them take in a lot of food. And so when you look at it, people are supersizing. Like I'll go two legs, three legs, two legs and a thigh. You know, that'll last me for the day. But you'll see people that order six pieces by themselves. And you'd be like, that's a lot of food. I eat to curb my appetite. I don't eat to get full, because full will make me
That's the
lazy.
healthiest way to go. That's exactly what I do. I don't eat to get
Right. And sometimes when I'm not working or something, I'll forget to eat. I'll be like, well, wait a minute, I didn't even eat anything today,
full.
you know, because I'm going. But you're on point because they're not going to give you all of that, and that's probably why that sandwich was so dry in France. I was in Paris, and I had a dry sandwich. We was over there near the Eiffel Tower. And I'm like, man, this sandwich is dry, man. All I wanted was a simple sandwich. Give me a ham and cheese, ham and Swiss cheese sandwich. I said, man, this sandwich is dry, man, and the bread is hard. You know, and I'm like, this ain't working. But
Dry
um,
because they didn't put any condiment on it.
nope,
That's why it was dry.
it just wasn't working.
It just wasn't right.
Just wasn't right. I was like,
The
this ain't it.
everything wasn't right.
But they
Well,
eat different.
a different culture. You entered
Right,
into a whole different
right,
zone.
right, right,
Just like if
right.
they come here, it's a whole
Yeah. They could get their bellies full. Like eating real Asian food or real Chinese food, as people want to say. You know, like they would actually make the dumplings by hand and fill it with the meat that they created and stuff like that, making the noodles and stuff from scratch and everything. And then they serve us a lot of rice, um, and a bunch of soy sauce, which in actuality, the brown rice is not made with soy sauce. It's made with um,
It has the
molasses.
but the brown rice has the elements that are taken out, like the healthy elements, the wheat, the grain, and all that.
Right. And they make it with molasses, you know, and instead of we throw soy sauce in there, which is sodium, you know, but it's just different. My
Yeah.
destination is Japan, so you're gonna teach me how to get there
Oh,
financially.
oh. Hey,
Okay,
I'm affiliated. My partners are Asian, so you're not saying nothing but a word
there you go, there you go.
with
Um,
money.
we're gonna wrap it up now. I'm I'll get back to you, and we're gonna pull this together, and then we'll have some guests here probably next show. Um, and always remember, the show is by the people, about the people, for the people. All right,
Say it one more time so I can say it to you next time.
by the people, for the
By,
people, about the people.
about the people. By the people, for the people.
Somewhere in that realm. I got it written down.
I got
You
you.
know, but I'll get back to you later on today, and we'll go over a couple things. And like I said, I just wanted to introduce you to the people, and I thank you for tuning in and rapping with me today. And this is the Clock Hour.
Appreciate it.
If
Peace.
you can see me, I'll see you later.
See you.